Hi. I am your teacher. Call me Jay. Great to have you today. Let's start our class. The language that you use at home is your first language, which is also called as mother tongue. It is the language that child knows best and uses most because it is the first language of the learner. Why did the Department of Education require schools to use the mother tongue as a subject and as a language for teaching and learning, from kindergarten up to grade 3? Let's find out. No less than the United Nations Educational Scientific Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, advocates the use of the mother tongue and celebrates Mother Tongue Day every February 21st each year. The United Nations, in its Declaration of Education for All, or EFA, has included a provision on the use of mother tongue to preserve one's heritage in the Janmian Declaration. In our country, the Department of Education issued Department Order No. 74, Series of 2009, Institutionalizing Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education, or MTB-MLE. This was strengthened by the declaration of the President of the Philippines, Benigno Aquino Jr., when he said, "Learn English well and connect to the world. Learn Filipino well and connect to your country. Retain your dialect and connect to your heritage." According to Dep. Order No. 74 Series of 2009, MTB-MLE is the use of more than 2 languages for literacy and instruction. Local and international studies have validated the superiority of the use of the mother tongue first in improving learning outcomes and promoting education for all. In order to provide a strong MTB-MLE program, there are 10 fundamental requirements needed according to Dep. Order 74, S.2009. These are: Number 1. A working orthography, or alphabet and spelling, for the local language that is acceptable to the majority of the stakeholders and promotes intellectualization of that language. The chosen language must be known and widely spoken in a particular locality. It should be approved by the people in concern with the preferred language. Number 2. Development, production, and distribution of inexpensive instructional materials, with special priority to beginning reading and children's literature. As much as possible, the materials should be original, localized in terms of people, events, realities, and appropriate to the language, age, and culture of the learners. Number 3. The use of the learner's first language, or L1, as the primary medium of instruction, from preschool until at least grade 3. It shall be the main vehicle to teach understanding and mastery of the subjects. The teachers should give more focus in using the prescribed language. Number 4. Mother tongue, or the first language, L1, as a subject, and a language for teaching and learning, will be introduced in grade 1 for conceptual understanding. The reason to use the mother tongue in grade 1 is to strengthen the language foundation of the students. This will help them better understand the lesson they are taught with. Number 5. The inclusion of additional languages, such as Filipino or English, and other local for foreign languages, shall be introduced as separate subjects in a carefully planned pacing programs. This means that subjects that use foreign languages should be taught in a different subject time, with a sufficient allocated time. Number 6. In the secondary level, Filipino and English shall be the primary medium of instruction, MOI. However, though Filipino and English is the primary language to be used, still, the learner's L1 shall still be utilized as an auxiliary medium of instruction. Number 7. Other than English, Filipino or Arabic for matter in schools, the choice of additional languages shall be at the behest of parents and endorsed by the local stakeholders, and as resources permit. But remember, when the pupils are ready, Filipino and English shall be gradually used as MOA, no earlier than grade 3. However, L1 shall be effectively used to scaffold learning. Number 8. The language of instruction teaching shall also be the primary language for testing in all regular school-based and system-wide examinations, and in all international benchmarking and assessment exercises. It shall be maintained that the focus of educational assessment shall be specifically on the learner's understanding of the subject content, and not be muddled on language testing. Number 9. There must be a continuing in-service training or INSET, in partnership with MLE specialists, on the effective use of L1 as language of instruction teaching to facilitate reading, cognitive academic language proficiency, and development of cognitive and higher order thinking skills or HOTS of the learners. INSET shall likewise equip educators to develop cultural sensitivity and enhance appreciation for cultural and linguistic diversity. Number 10. Ensuring critical awareness, maximum participation, and support from the local government units, LGUs, parents and community for the implementation of the language and literacy program strategy. Teachers should build collaboration with the community to reach these individuals.